franchising business, okay? And what do we have in common with a franchise? We have an in-demand product like McDonald's. We have a proven turnkey system, if you will. We have experienced management with a history of success with Dallin Larson and the Top Gun EXP team. We have all the training and support to help you achieve your goals. All that's in place, okay? Now, here's what you guys need to understand. When you look at McDonald's franchises, do you guys realize there's a line where people want to spend $1.2 million for a McDonald's franchise? That's right. I mean, there's a waiting list. People are just burning a hole in their pocket to spend $1.2 million for a McDonald's franchise because that's a real business. Does that make sense? Now, here's what I want you guys to think about. Do you think that these people are spending $1.2 million because they enjoy working with teenagers? You think they're spending $1.2 million because they like dropping French fries and flipping hamburgers? No. They're spending $1.2 million because they're purchasing a system that's been working like a charm for the last 50 plus years. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, here's what I want you to look at with VID and network marketing, period. Okay? Now, let's talk about VID. When you spend your $200, you're not spending your $200 because you enjoy selling, schlepping juice. That's not what it's about. What you're spending your $200 on is a system that delivers more juice than everybody else. See, you're operating your own VID. Come on. Just like how McDonald's, what they do is they sell their franchise, right? And they get upfront payback on that, and then they get royalties on those franchises every month, and then guess what? The franchise owners don't have that same opportunity to incorporate other people and make royalties off of them. They got to spend another $1.2 million. In MonaV, you got the same type of power that McDonald's had. You open up your McMonaV franchise for $200, and then you can introduce other franchise owners. And that's what I like to call it, okay? We're really in the franchise business, not the franchise, because you start with your warm market. Everybody with me on that? So you guys got to understand, stop thinking about juice. It's not about leading with the juice, because if you lead with the juice, guess what people think we do? Sell juice. That's their perception. You got to lead with the opportunity, because more people know they're broke than know they're sick, folks. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? Now, so what's your product is the question. Okay? Now I want you guys to think about this. Your product is a top-end EXP marketing system. That's your product. It's not MonaV juice. MonaV juice is MonaV's product. Everybody with me on that? Yeah. It's our system that's your product. So you got to start working on your business, not in your business. See, real business owners, their product is their system, and they work on it. Everybody with me on that? Okay? And number two, what you got to understand is that when you work and your product is the marketing system, then you realize that the marketing system sells the company's product. So what's our system? It consists of regionals like this, tasting parties, conference calls, fast-track DVDs, the tools that we use. See, this is all part of our system. We have team etiquette. We have a certain way in which we do the presentation. See, everything is a part of the system, so you got to get real proficient in learning and working the system. That's your business. That's your product. Wow. Makes sense, everybody? Yeah. Very, very important to understand, okay? So what's your job? What's our job, okay? Our job is to market, assist to distributors and retail the product, okay? That's what our job is. And then to teach them and yourself leadership and marketing skills. God bless you. Marketing skills. And this will allow them to effectively sell more franchises in the future. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah. So keep in mind, we're not in the franchise, but we're in the franchise business. That's why we ask you to start off with your warm market. So once again, it's all about perception, people. And if you can just shift your perception a few degrees to the left or to the right, that's all it is for a lot of you in here. This weekend alone is going to shift a lot of people's incomes in here. I feel it. Don't you guys feel it? Yes. I mean, how Rob Dean laid it out, I mean, this thing is getting ready to go to a whole nother level. And there's many of you in here that's going to be part of that 500 millionaires. And God willing, I hope it's all of you in here. Yeah. I mean, that's sincere. You guys are what you guys need to realize is once you finally develop at least 5 franchise leaders, you'll be well on your way to financial freedom. But you got to have the right perception and concept first. Okay, you got to go through the personal growth and self-development yourself first. Okay, you got to be the recruit that you're looking to recruit. See, a lot of people get involved in this business, and here's their mentality. Well, shoot, I can get a whole bunch of people to do what I'm not willing to do, I'm going to get rich. And it'll work. like that. You got to lead by example yourself. Everybody with me on that? Okay? Now, last one I'm going to leave you guys with is this, and Rob touched on this a little bit already, and this is very important. Success comes when the emotion is. And people say, well, Greg, what do you mean by that? Let me share with you guys what I mean by that. I mean, let's keep it real. A lot of people get involved in network marketing out of desperation sometimes, hope, and sometimes even excitement. You know, woo, I'm getting in. After Rob being burned it up, I'm getting in. See, all that's emotional. And then what happens is the moment they get their first no, the moment that person that gets started in business drops out on non-case authorship, because you got in on emotion, now you're on this emotional roller coaster up and down. They say whatever goes up must come down. The key is understand that it's not going to always be a honeymoon feeling in this business. You know, they say the reason why people don't do good is because they don't feel good. But see, what you got to begin to do is you got to start mentally, you know, playing tricks with your mind. You know, you got to be in the mirror and tell yourself, I look good. You know, you got to tell yourself that you are somebody. You got to begin to read and listen to CDs that empower your thinking. Okay, turn off the news. You know, don't worry about drama that people out here telling you. See, you got to program yourself, because if you don't like it, it's going to program you. See, you got to take control of your life and your destiny. Okay? So the whole key is don't get emotionally too high. Don't get emotionally too low. What leaders in this business understand is that they feel the same way about success as they do about failure. See, what you guys need to understand is that the yeses in this business, they build your business, which is good, right? And then what you guys also need to understand and embrace is that the no's, they build you. Right. See, everybody wants the yeses, but they don't want the no's. See, but you got to become somebody, you got to become a leader that people are attracted to in the process. So don't curse your blessings. The people that come into your life and get involved in this business, and they drop out of the business, you need to have the mentality that just another day at the office. Exactly. All right? That needs to be your mantra. When someone gets into business with you, okay, and they tell you I'm going all the way to the top with you, and then you call them a week later, and you can't get a hold of them, you get their voice in your you say to yourself, just another day at the office. When you drive it 2 and 3 hours to do a tasting, and nobody shows up, guess what you need to say? When you're coming back from a tasting 3 hours and nobody was there, you get into a car accident, that's what you got to say. There's another day at the office. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? When somebody gets involved in your business, and then they start calling everybody in your downline to get them to another company, you need to say to yourself, what? Just another day at the office. See, that's what leaders do. Everything we go through is just another day at the office. Everybody with me on that? God bless you guys.